Okay, folks, hold on. Let me fix myself. Hi, everyone. I've been lying in bed since Raymond left at like 7, I think. I was hoping to go back to sleep, but that wasn't a thing. So I've been on my phone scrolling because once I get all of this out of my system and smoke this joint and all of these things, I'm going to be doing homework all day. Yeah. So anyways, so I've been in LA. I had something to come down here for him, health related. So I got that out of the way, and now I get to hang out with Raymond until Monday. Which is really dope. Because, like, never mind my bleach stains. I fucking threw some threw some bleach in my fucking wash. And they like got all over my fucking shit. So now I have spotted tie-dye fucking sheets, and it's kind of dope, but it's just not consistent. So anyways, so came out here, got what I needed to do fucking done. That was Wednesday. Thursday, took Raymond to go to the Pink Floyd their Mortal Remains exhibit in Hollywood, and it was dope. I had such a good time, honestly. Like, I'm a huge fucking Pink Floyd fan. When I was little, even before I knew who they were, I liked them, right? And my stepdad, he was white, so I listened to a lot of rock growing up. I remember the Another Brick in the Wall, that we don't need no education. I remember that growing up, and it's funny because I remember I was watching like a home movie, right? And in the home video, in the home fucking video, there's a Pink Floyd poster. I think it was the Division belt poster. I don't know. I can't remember. But I remember seeing that in like in a home movie and being like, "Oh, dope! They really have been around my whole life." Because when I was in high school, I started dating fucking this dude, and he was a really big Pink Floyd fan, and I was like, dope. And I'm like, I like them, like I remember them, and I'm like, I don't know any of their albums though. I'm like, why don't you loan me one? And he was like, all right. He's like, what do you want to take? This is back when we used to like dig through our fucking CD things. Is that better? That's better. This is back when we used to like dig through our CDs to like try to fucking, or put them in order and shit like that. My CDs were put in order by genre and alphabetically. So I had a rock genre, I had a fucking R&B hip hop genre, all this shit. God damn it. So anyways, the first CD that I fucking took was The Wall. Disc 2, not disc 1, because I'm that person. He's like, you don't want to take the first one? I'm like, no, I'm going to take the second one. It's all good. And I remember putting on Hey You. It's the first song on disc 2. And just being like, wow. Like, this is music. This isn't just music. This is fucking art. And during the exhibit, fucking Roger Waters was talking about how they didn't know it at the time, but Dark Side of the Moon was like the first concept rock album, right? What's on my face? In terms of like, it just flowed together, and sorry, and and it just flowed together, and fucking that's what Wish You Were Here was. That's what, because it was Metal, Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, and then The Wall, right? And then A Momentary Lapse. Um, uh, yeah, hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to stick with what I'm fucking talking about here and not get distracted. So, these are all things. These are all fucking things. I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, so that was Thursday. It was a super good time. And then that was Thursday daytime. And then Thursday night, we went to go support our friend Mustard, who was spinning at Respect, which is like a drum and bass thing, and I've never been before. It was a mellow night, but there were still people that were out there, and that's what's up. Oh, my fucking friend texted me. I have to reply to her. Also, side note, folks, if you message me on Facebook Messenger, I'm so bad at checking those, so you might not get a response for a few days, a few weeks, something. So, anyways, goodness gracious. So we were out on Thursday, and we had like a nice time. Got to hang out with some homies. Got to hang out with my friend Erin, which is dope. And then I met a bunch of Ray's friends. And it's funny because, like, how I'm kind of like a big deal in the Bay, right? Like, if I go to a party unannounced, like, people will see me walk in, skis, oh, ski, skis, all these things. Like, I get like bombarded with hugs and love and attention, and I appreciate that because I really do value my friends and their lives, and I've really just been like a shit human being. So, sorry for that, folks. I just get super overwhelmed, dude. School's overwhelming. Everything is overwhelming. Ugh. Everything is overwhelming. So trying to balance friendship or like friend dates and shit like this in the middle of it, it's just really difficult. I should hit up Crutch and see if he wants to go to a fucking nighttime rave tonight. Also, my friend from the Ukraine is visiting, so I'm gonna try to hang out with him tonight. As long as I can, you know what I mean? Like, I really need to get out of fucking bed and fucking shower and just start my fucking day, honestly. Because realistically, like, realistically, I got fucking shit to do, bitches. And then tomorrow, okay, today's Saturday. So Friday, so Thursday, Pink Floyd and rave, or Pink Floyd and club, whatever the fuck. And then Friday we just were like lazy and napped and cuddled all day. And then he went to work. And then after he went to work, I was on my phone for 1 hour, and then I put it down, and then I did some homework. So I was very happy about that. And then what did I do? And then and then yeah, I did homework. He came home. And then we cuddled, and then we both fell asleep. And then today is Saturday. So today I am doing homework all fucking day. I'm gonna go try to hang out with my friend Crutch in Santa Monica. Um, I'm gonna try to come home and take a nap before Raymond gets here because there's a party that starts at midnight that he wants to go to. That my friend Aaron is playing at too, and I was like, we could do that. Because when he gets off late and I've taken a nap, we'll be up and in bed lying around until like 3:30. You know what I'm saying? So that is also a thing. Like instead of lying around, we could be listening to some drum and bass and hanging out and having a good old time. So yeah. And then Sunday. And then tomorrow Wayman doesn't work. And I plan on doing more homework, decorating the fucking tree. And then I really, really want to bake cookies for my friends. I think that's a thing. I think I'm gonna try to make 3 batches of cookies. I'm gonna make snickerdoodles, chocolate chip cookies, um, and the Russian tea cakes. Because those are my favorite, and they just remind me of Christmas. Seriously, when I was younger, my my grandma's neighbor, uh, Judy used to come over, and I love this woman. I've known her since I was like a little kid. She used to come over, and she used to bring over like this big old tray, right, of fucking Christmas cookies. There would be sugar cookies in there that were decorated. There'd be fucking fresh fudge. Oh gosh. There would be fucking the thumbprint cookies. There would be the Russian tea cakes. Those were always my favorite. Oh man, those are so good. Like she did such a good job on those all the time. And that really meant something to me when I was little. Like this lady with no fucking fingers, literally like her when she was born, like there was like a I don't know what happened, but like her fingers are like nubs, right? But that doesn't fucking stop her from doing anything. She does quilts. Um she does fucking quilts. She fucking bakes. She does hella shit, and like and it all looks perfect when she gives it to you. Like I fucking love Judy. She is great. Mm. Yeah, it's a thing. It is a thing. So last night, I forgot to mention, after homework, I went and I did Lyft, right? Because I like to spend money and I like to have my own money. So I went and I did Lyft and I picked up these 3 girls. And we were talking, and one of the girls was like, I moved out of state. I live in, like fucking Dallas or some shit. And I'm like, oh fuck, like what led you all the way over there? I'm like, I have a lot of friends that have moved out in like the Austin, the fucking Dallas, the Houston area and shit like that. And I'm like, what's appealing to you about it? She's like, honestly, I just had to get away from my ex. And I'm like, oh, I was like, I've been there. And she's like, yeah, she's like, he was stalking me, like, and it was just really bad. And I was like, I've been there, girlfriend. Like, I know what it's like. I know how exhausting it is to like always feel like someone's fucking watching you or not feel fucking safe when you like open your fucking door or whenever you go anywhere you feel like that person is always there following you. She's like, that's exactly it. And then she was like, and you report it to the cops and they don't fucking do shit and they're like, oh well, did he really, and all these things. And I'm like, dude, it's such fucking bullshit what we have to fucking go through. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, when you get fucking raped and they fucking are like, well, we're not going to arrest him, we're not going to do this, we're going to have to investigate and all of this shit. I'm like, and then like 2 fucking years go by, like, then what? And I'm like, it's fucked up because, this person, if he really is like if, not in my case, but in other cases, fucking, like, if he is a fucking serial rapist, like, these 2 years that you're investigating, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote, he's out there causing more harm. And fucking, it's fucked up. It's fucked up that as women, we don't get our fucking concerns heard. Our concerns heard. It's fucking stupid. And then, and I was like, believe me, I know what it's like. And then she was just like, yeah, I've been raped before. And then her friends were like, what? Like, they all kind of like got quiet. And then I was like, I'm sorry to hear that. And then she was like, yeah, she was like, uh, they were out camping, her dude and their friends, and they were out like somewhere away from them, and he basically was like, let's hook up, let's fuck. And she was like, dude, I don't want to, like, I'm trying to, like, they were already on their way out of their relationship apparently. And he was like, fine, well, you can fucking walk home then, and like lock the door and like started driving off. And it was basically like, if you don't fuck me, you can walk. And she's like, I had no other choice. I'm like, yeah, dude. I was like, it's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were forced into that. It's not like you were willing, like, you were forced into that, and that still is rape because he's still manipulating you and controlling you and making you do something that you don't want to do. And I'm like, and you know what? I'm like, it really hurts when it's from someone that you know and you love and you trust. And I'm like, and I'm really sorry to hear that you went through that. And she was like, yeah, and she was like, I've never told anyone that before, actually. She was like, so, like, I'm drunk. And I'm like, no, dude, like, you don't need to suppress these feelings. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you need to, like, no, it really isn't your fault. That person is a shit ass human being. Fucking, you're doing what you need to do to get away from them and to better your life. And she was like, honestly, she's like, I came back to visit my friend. She's like, but it's just been so bad. And I'm like, dude, your friends can go visit you. Fuck that. And I'm like, you know what it's like out here. And I'm like, let them go out there and have experiences with you. And her friends were like, yeah, girlfriend, like, well, like, like, yeah, girl, we'll be there. And they're like, well, fuck, like, how come you never told us? Like, well, she's like, well, And I'm just like, it makes it difficult when it's like someone that you're with, you know what I mean? Because people are always like, well, did they rape you? How can they rape you if you guys were a couple? It's like, if someone doesn't want to have fucking sex with another person and that person forces them to have sex with them, that is rape, my friend. The end. The fucking end. The end. And when they all got out of the car, I was like, I like looked at her, right? I looked at her and I was like, dude, like, it's not your fault. You can do anything. You're brave and you're strong, and you'll get through this, and and you'll go on to do great things. And she just like looked at me and was like, thank you. And like her other friend got out of the car and the girl in the middle was like, dude, girl, like, I just want to say, I hope you become a lawyer because I always tell people like, yeah, like, because they're always like, well, how long have you been doing this? I'm like, dude, seriously, this is like my 4th day doing this. I'm like, I'm doing this because I'm like a struggling college student right now. I'm tired of being fucking like hell broke. I'm like, my bills have been getting paid, but like, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I only have 1 more month before I can get fucking employed. I'm like, so let's make this fucking happen. You know what I mean? Like, let's just get this shit over with. And she was like, I really hope that you become a lawyer. She's like, because we need people like you in the system. to advocate. She said some other word, but I knew she meant advocate, and I was like, yeah, no, like, this is why, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do though, you guys, honestly. Because I was like, being a lawyer is really, like, law school is really expensive. It's just more time for school that I would need to do. Unless my law firm that I work at is like, you can go to school and we'll still fucking pay you fucking for full-time hours and all these things, like, because I'm gonna need that. 110%. Just a thing. It's just a thing. So I feel like people, like, I really want to be like, hey, can we, like, guys sign a waiver? Can we do, like, taxi cab confessions in my car? Because I chat with everyone and we always have really good conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, really good conversations. I was just touching my stomach and I'm like, you guys, you know what? Like, I was really fat for a second. Like, gosh, I really let it get out of hand. And I'm glad that I lost the weight, and I'm glad that for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be back at the gym every single fucking day. And that is just a thing. Oh, sorry. So. So I'm glad they got in my car and we had that conversation. Holy smokes. My throat is dry. Yeah, so I need to get oh yeah. And the first girl that got in my car, she was young. She's going to school to be a cosmetologist right now. And I really let her know how important it is, and, like, don't let anyone make you feel like you're just a hairdresser or you just do makeup. I'm like, because there's so much fucking money in that goddamn industry, bitches just need all of these things. I'm like, realistically, I don't wear makeup. I just wear, like, chapstick and, like, a nice bold lip. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but I color the fuck out of my hair, and I'm gonna have to, let this all go once I get a fucking job at a fucking law firm. I'm really gonna do that. I'm really going to wear my hair in a fucking, like, in a tight bun, right? Because it's probably gonna be a Zoom interview anyways. And we will see. We'll see. But yeah, no, and I was just like, dude, follow your dreams, live your life, get it done. I'm like, got a boyfriend right now? I'm like, is there, because I was telling her about, like, my life, and I was like, well, do you have any special person in your life? She's like, nope, I'm single. And I'm like, good for you, keep it that way. I was just like, young people definitely take for granted their alone time, and I'm like, you guys really need to appreciate that. She's like, honestly, I just got out of, like, a long-term relationship like 2 months ago, and I'm loving the single life. And I'm like, isn't it nice to just do whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want, and, like, not have to answer to anyone? Like, for me and Raymond, we have the trust, so it's like that, right? He'll be like, go over there, do that. Go do that. It's not a big deal. All of these things. And I'm like, I'm going to do that because it's not a big deal, right? Like, I'm going to go visit my fucking friend Mark in Connecticut and stay with him for fucking, like, 3 days, and then fucking venture from Connecticut to New Hampshire, and, like, Ray's all good with it because he trusts me. And, like, I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize my relationship with him because he's everything I've ever wanted. This morning he fucking got up to leave, he got up out of bed and he rolled over and he fucking kissed my fucking back all the way fucking down. And then he's like, I'm gonna get in the shower. And I'm like, all right. And then he came back from the shower. And then he came back from the fucking shower. And then he was like super quiet, like getting his clothes and everything, and I was like, it's fine, you know. And then he went out, got dressed in the living room. Sorry, I had to pop my ears. Got dressed in the living room, and then that was it. That was it. Sorry, I just fucking had a thought. I'm waiting for a fucking refund from Alaska Airlines, and I don't think I've gotten it yet. I need to see what the fuck is up with that. Because I fucking bought another ticket, and she said she was gonna refund me, and she didn't. You know, that's an issue. Because that's, seriously, if you don't remember shit like that, that's how hundreds of thousands of dollars get fucking given to these companies, and no one says shit to them because they're like, oh, I just forgot about it. Like, I forgot about a fucking JetBlue credit that I fucking had, and then I forgot about a fucking Southwest credit that I fucking had. I was like, yeah. I was super excited about that because I booked my flight home on Monday for on Monday for after New Year's. Hold the phone, you guys. Okay, I'm back. I had to pee. And it's fucking cold out there. Like, not like a little bit cold, but like it's fucking cold out there. So yeah, I was just thinking about my week. I have a million homework assignments to turn in by Monday. So I'm gonna start knocking them out. Straight the fuck up. It's just something that has to be done. Yeah, okay. I'm motivated. I want to go take a shower. I want to fucking get ready. I want to just be ready for the day. And I want to get a fucking breakfast burrito. How about that? Albert's is like calling my name right now. Like a nice chorizo and potato burrito sounds like the business right now. Straight to the fuck up. And a fucking agua fresca. God damn it. And that's just what's up. So that's what's going on in my life, you guys. And then once I'm done with these fucking paralegal classes, then I'll be fucking done with it. I'm like self-sabotaging myself by not getting it done. So I think I want to just finish with my one class today because I already know what I'm doing. I have like a few different things to do in that class. I have something that's not due until December 10th, so I'm gonna turn that in on December 10th. Actually, I need to see how much homework I have in my other class. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. And I also need to do my extra credit assignment for 30 points in my other class because that's important too. All right, folks. So thanks for listening to me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Look, all my nails are fucking broke. And I haven't even given a fuck about the whatchamacall on the side. So, that's fine. That is fine. gonna really miss this fucking house, let me tell you. Just everything for it was so perfect for us. Minus the fact that there's only one bathroom. If it would have been 2 bathrooms, this house, you couldn't have fucking... Jesus. It just has everything. I hope I fall in love with my next house as much as I love this one. Here we go. You guys ever, like, think back on the progress that you've had in your life and just really appreciate the growth? That's pretty much where I'm at right now. Word. Oh, thank goodness I fucking put that out before it hopped out of the thing. Alright, that's all. Krystal McSkeez's here. Thanks for hanging, folks. Bye.